Namaste, viewers. Welcome to Jnana Degula channel. In today's story session, we'll go through the story of Sarpa Yaga, Sarpa Shastra, Sarpa Yaga. It is a yaga performed by a great king where the snakes are sacrificed. The snakes are sacrificed in the Agni. We'll go through the story in detail, but before we go through the story, I request you to please like, share, and then subscribe to my channel. So, now coming back to the story, long ago, in the kingdom of Hastinapura, there was a kingdom called Hastinapura, that is Pandavas and all, they were all ruling. It was ruled by a very brave, very young king named Janamejaya. This Janamejaya was the son of one king called Parikshit. He was a very mighty ruler and he was the descendant, last of the descendant of the Pandavas. He was the legacy of the Pandavas. Janamejaya was very heavily, he was filled with lot of anger, lot of sorrow, because his father Parikshit, Janamajaya's father Parikshit, he was killed. He met a very tragic and painful death. A Naga king, a serpent king called Takshaka, he had bit this Parikshit and then he killed him as a part of this. There's a story that there was a curse on this Parikshit, and the entire kingdom was a very, they were mourning his loss, his death. So Janamejaya, he was totally in grief, totally in rage, and then he had taken a oath to avenge his father's death. So he was thinking that if a small serpent can destroy and can kill a king like this, legacy of a mighty Pandavas can kill, then I will see that I will destroy all the serpents forever. I will destroy. He had so much of grudge and so much of anger on these serpents. Then he had determined. He called upon lot of priests, lot of sages, everybody. He discussed with them what to do, and then they all advised him that we can go ahead with a grand sacrificial ritual where we will just invite all these sarpas and then sacrifice in this yajna. Through mantras, it could be drawn and then they could be put into this fire, this yajna. This was called as the snake sacrifice or Sarpa Yaga. So now the yaga started, the ritual, the mantras, the effect was so powerful that this mantra could pull out all serpents, and then they were just flying and then coming and falling into this sacrificial fire and then losing their life. This way, the wiping of this serpents, it started from the face of the earth itself. It was a very big yaga was going on. This particular yaga was performed on the banks of the river Arind in a place today it is called as Parikshit Gar. There is a place called as Parikshit. This grand yaga starts. So now, in high pitch, the Vedic chants were being rendered, which was being, it filled the air, and the fire, the sacred fire, was just blazing very, very fiercely. The priests started chanting the mantras. They were all these um, serpents were flying through the sky. They were all drawn into the fire by the power, irresistible. Nobody could resist this mantras. Nobody could resist the power of these mantras. All the serpents, one by one, they came flying through the sky, and then they were falling into the fire. So, Nagas, the great beings who lived in the Patala Loka, who lived in the depths of the earth, were being pulled from their wherever they were living, their realms, their this thing. All the people who are watching this scene, they were all terrified. They were all awe struck, and they all see serpents one by one perishing one by one in the sacrificial fire. Here, the serpent king Takshaka, he was responsible for Parikshit's death, the uh, Janamajaya's father's death. He had hidden himself. He was just hiding himself below the deep within the kingdom of gods. Gods were all, they were all living, and then uh, he went and then sought refuge with Indra. He was just hiding behind Indra, the king of heaven. Despite this, the power of the Sarpa Yaga, the power of the mantra was so immense, so strong, that they called Takshaka along with this Indra itself. Takshaka began to be dragged towards the fire along with the Indra's throne also. Such was the power of the mantras. So now at this time, it's becoming intense, it is going to be fiery, and then all those things, At that moment, when all these serpents would meet their end, a boy, a young boy called Astika, he comes forward. Astika was a very learned person, very wise. He had all the authorities. His mother was a Naga mother. Astika's mother was Naga. She belonged to the Naga community. Her name was called as Manasa. And the Brahmin father, the father was a Brahmin called as Jaradkaru. Jaradkaru Rishi. He was a Brahmin. So he had some compassion for both humans, serpents, all those things he had. So he approached the king while this Janamejaya was performing this yaga. He approached King Janamejaya with lot of humbleness, lot of courage. He addressed the king, "Oh great king." He said, "I understand your pain and anger. I know you are very much pained by the death of your father. Your father's death was also tragic. We all know that. But this sacrifice will not calm down your sorrow, because this the harmonious living of these humans, this entire world is like that. All the things are necessary so that there will be a balance in the world. Likewise, even the serpents are required on this world. They also have to live, because they take care of so many things. They take care of balancing this, in the world. So serpents are not enemies. Snakes are not enemies of mankind. They are a part of the creation. They are a part of the creation of this universe. They have their role to play in this earth also. Like, serpents, they eat all these rats, eat all these things on the earth, and then they bring some balance in the world. Without them, the natural order will be disturbed. This way, he just advised King King to Janamejaya to stop this Sarpa Yaga. So the king also listened very patiently to Astika. Astika's words were very powerful. Astika's words were very wisdomful. Astika's words filled with lot of compassion. It touched the heart of his listener Janamejaya. So Janamejaya was convinced, so he ordered the priests to stop this sacrifice. He said, "Okay, let us stop this." Then he listened to the words of Astika, and then he stopped the sacrifice. Then the fire was all brought down, and the serpents, including Takshaka, was spared. So Astika's intervention marked the end of enmity. There was a lot of enmity between Nagas and the Kuru dynasty. From that day onwards, peace prevailed between those two uh, dynasties, Nagas and the Kuru dynasty. It paved some way to some kind of a peace between them. The place where the sacrifice was halted, was stopped, came to be known as Parikshit Gar. Even to this day, it is called as Parikshit Gar. It is a part of UP, I think. And the legend says that the virtues of this event protect the land even today, marking snakes harmless in this region. People say that as it is, snakes are not harmful unless you disturb them or create some kind of a irritation to them. Otherwise, they live they live in forests and things like that. So here there is some legacy also, like, even to this day there is a tank, masonry tank called Parikshit Kund. Kund means tank. This is in Mainpuri district. It is one of the districts in UP, Mainpuri district. It is believed to mark the site of Sarpa Yaga. There are a lot of ruins nearby. There are remnants of the time of King Parikshit. People, associate the ruins to the time of this King Parikshit. The local people believe that the land is blessed by the virtues of sacrifice, ensuring harmony between humans and serpents in this area. So, like this, the story of Sarpa Yaga teaches us a timeless lesson. Vengeance or anger, irritation only brings destruction. It doesn't give any kind of constructive things. It doesn't bring wisdom. It doesn't bring compassion. It doesn't bring, like, you have to have some kind of a like compassion for other beings, other living things, including animals, reptiles, everything. You should have that compassion for them, because all these things will is necessary for restoring balance and peace to the world. So, viewers, with this story, this is a part of this Mahabharata story. We conclude this story. Please like, share it, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you. For the benefit of the readers, we have put this in the description box. Please post your comments in the comment box. Thank you.